The rather sudden and incredible marijuana boom unfolding around Mount Shasta, and the sheriff who thinks it's all part of an interstate drug conspiracy.
So what do the neighbors have to say? Well, only on 5, Wilson Walker went to see for himself.
You know, you have a large number of plants. I'm going to guess 99 plants, maybe. You know, it's totally out of compliance for this county.
Out of compliance, but certainly not out of the ordinary in Siskiyou County.
Swimming pool, trash.
Striking back against an explosion of illegal grows, Sheriff John Lope, who's convinced that his county has been overrun by what amounts to a drug cartel.
Is there a multi-billion interstate endeavor to perpetuate illicit marijuana production or cannabis production in my county? Of course there is.
And he says proof of that interstate crime endeavor walked right into his office with an offer of a bribe.
Yeah, that was unusual because, you know, it's not every day that someone comes in and offers $1 million.
According to federal prosecutors, this man and his sister offered Sheriff Lope $80,000 in cash, $1 million for his re-election campaign, and a piece of their planned marijuana profits in Missouri.
That tells me that this marijuana problem we're dealing with in California is a interstate crime syndicate that has millions, if not billions of dollars at their disposal.
People started saying, ooh, this is a drug cartel. Look at my neighbors, really? This is what gangsters look like?
Marjorie King has lived here for years. She has watched long vacant properties erupt with hundreds of grows, and she sees all of this quite a bit differently.
And if you go back and you look at their culture, you see a whole different picture.
She's talking about the majority of her new neighbors, more than 1,000 members of the Hmong community from Southeast Asia.
The Hmong people were from discovered this place in 2014. One of the reasons that we moved into this area is because of the cheap property.
We sat down with Mahjong Lee, a man who has emerged as the de facto spokesperson for Siskiyou's Hmong community. His response to the sheriff's claim of an organized interstate drug scheme?
He can say anything, but he's a law officer. He should know that he cannot say anything without proof.
So what exactly is happening here? Well, the difference of perspective is about as wide as the valley itself. The sheriff sees a land grab.
Well over 1,000 land transfers or land transactions.
Mr. Lee sees affordable land for a community that famously sticks together.
Not only the grower, but there are people that retire there and there are people that want to live there forever.
You have water trucks running up and down the road. You have porta potties, you have shacks, you have ramshack trailers being moved into these communities.
And people think that's shocking and how horrible and how did they stand this, but when you look at their history and their culture, where they came from, they were living in bamboo huts with grass thatch roofs.
As that debate and the garden spread, county supervisors launched a crackdown, effectively banning outdoor grows.
2015, they changed the ordinance.
Then voters went even further, making almost any grow illegal.
They don't want to grow, and so they banned it.
But none of that stopped the growers. More land was sold and more gardens were planted, each one guarded by a piece of paper referencing California's medical cannabis laws.
And when they first started raiding people, people were absolutely stunned. They thought, why are they doing this? This is my land. I'm not breaking any laws.
And the raids have produced more than stunned confusion. Lee says Hmong growers feel the crackdown has unfairly targeted their community.
You see this?
What is it?
Sheriff Lopez live right here. They are growing here. They are growing here. They are growing here. The Hmong people are right here. How many gardens legal? Are they legal? If not, why didn't he stop from here to the end? Why he stop over there? And so far, have you heard anything about the white gardens being raided? No, I don't think so.
And that is an allegation the sheriff does not take lightly.
Yeah, yes, I really get irritated when misrepresentations of my county. This county is a great county. We have very thoughtful people. We're targeting lawbreakers. We're not targeting any specific community.
most common outcome is the landowner receiving a citation for violating county ordinance. Now, that bribery case proceeding in federal court, and that may not be the end of it. The sheriff wore an FBI wire for a month, presumably to build a larger case against whatever elements may or may not be involved with all of those grows.
Okay, so he's building a case, obviously. But in Siskiyou County, what is the law?
Well, the mechanism by which the state legalized marijuana was to allow counties to make their own rules. I think Kern County just this week said no. And so Siskiyou County has said no.
All right, more to follow on this, Wilson.
There you go.
Thank you very much.